Welcome to the chemical mixer simulation. In this simulation, each chemical molecule is represented by a sound and a color. The sound is a blend of various instruments played at different volume levels. The molecule's color is achieved by mixing the colors of the elements on the periodic table in this simulation. Your first task is to determine which elements are in the compound's chemical formula. After you do this, you'll then find the proportion of each element in the substance. To hear the sound of the target compound, click the speaker icon. You can replay this sound at any time to check your mix against the target molecule's sound. To build your compound, click and drag the symbol of an element you think is in the compound from its position on the periodic table to the empty box below fader number 1. Click the red Mix button to listen to the sound of that element. If the sound is part of the target compound sound, leave the element in place. If the element sound is not in the target sound, either click and drag the element back to the periodic table, or drag a different element symbol to the fader box to replace that element. Since a molecule consists of 2 or more different atoms, you have to click and drag another element symbol to the fader 2 position. To view the color mix and to hear the sound mix, click the red Mix button. The box below the Mix button displays the color mix. Since some molecules consist of 3 different atoms, you might have to repeat the process to the fader 3 position. It's not enough just to list the elements present in a target compound. You'll also have to determine the number of each atom of each element there is in the target molecule. In this simulation, the number of atoms present in the molecule is represented by the volume of the sound and by the intensity of the color. The more atoms present, the louder the sound of that instrument, and the more prominent its color. When an element symbol was moved to the fader mixing area, this represented 1 atom of that element. To increase the number of atoms of a given element in the molecule by 1, drag the slider up 1 notch. To increase the number of atoms to a total of 3 of that element, drag the slider up 1 more notch. Repeat this process with each element until you have the proper sound and color mix. To see how you're doing, click the Check Answer button. If incorrect, note the hints provided and retry building your molecule's chemical formula. When you've successfully identified the correct chemical formula of the target compound, click New Compound for another challenging target compound.